Yo, what's poppin'? Jacques Slade here, and we've got your Jordan calendar covered for the month of May. It seems like every month is busy with Jordan retros, but we've also got some non-retros to show you in this video, including one that is sure to open a couple of eyes. But if it's retros you're looking for, one of the biggest releases of 2023 is going down this month, so let's go right to it. First up, we have the Air Jordan 1 KO Low in dark blue and sale. This is going to be on May 1st for $120. Following on the heels of the Union Air Jordan 1 KO Low comes the first of the non-collab colorways. It has Storm Blue Air Jordan 1 vibes, but since it's a KO edition, there are a few minor changes. First is the white canvas upper with dark blue overlays, leather swoosh, heel, and outsole for some contrast, which I think we can mostly agree was what was missing on the Union Lows. The Cell midsole gives it a vintage look that people are clamoring for these days, but with this having a white canvas upper, you won't have a problem making these look worn really quick. Jordan Luca 1 Dogs on May 2nd for $110. Now, normally we wouldn't feature non-Air Jordans in these videos, but we're making an exception for this latest drop from Jordan brand athlete Luca Doncic. His signature Luca 1 is getting a new mostly all-white colorway with pink pastel accents. Cool, but nothing of note that gets them on this video so far. But what if I told you the insoles of the shoes include paw prints and names of his 3 dogs, Gia, Vicky, and Hugo? I mean, how can you deny these good dogs? I say you can, and that's why you're on this list. Women's Air Jordan 2 Cool Gray, May 4th for $175. So this women's exclusive colorway of the Air Jordan 2 gets the cool gray treatment. And what I mean by that, it's a combination of nubuck and suede on the upper with a white midsole and a gray outsole that can either be solid or translucent. On the Air Jordan 9 and 11 Cool Grays, they were translucent outsoles. On the Air Jordan 3 and 4 Cool Grays, they were solid. The Air Jordan 2 Cool Grays skew closer to the 3s and 4s because there's a secondary color to give it some contrast. In this case, it's ice blue on the laces, Wings logo, piping, and the TPU heel counter. Air Jordan 37 Low, Nothing But Net, May 4th for $175. The Air Jordan 37 Low, Nothing But Net takes inspiration from iconic gear worn by Michael Jordan in 1992, most famously during a McDonald's Super Bowl commercial starring MJ and Larry Bird, where they played horse, but with the caveat, nothing but net. Jordan also wore the shirt and shorts combo during a famous walk through Barcelona during the 1992 Olympics. We've seen the print on the Air Jordan 7 and the Air Jordan 1, and now we're getting in on a current Air Jordan model, fittingly the one that dropped 30 years later. Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG elephant print on the 6th for $180. The elephant print that the Air Jordan 3 made famous has appeared in all sorts of Jordans through the years, and let's be honest, the results have been mixed. I mean, who can forget that time that Jordan Brand just slapped it all over the Air Jordan 5 as part of their lab series? Oh, you've forgotten? I just reminded you of that thing? Sorry about that. Anyways, it's not that elephant print can't be on other Air Jordans. I mean, this is far from the first time we've seen the print on the Air Jordan 1 even. But this is probably the highest profile Air Jordan 1 to receive the elephant print so far, and it's coming in a lighter shade compared to cement grays on the 3s. It's also got a white upper contrasted by black laces and a swoosh, a muslin midsole, and a gray outsole. Air Jordan 2 Neutral Gray, aka Skyline, May 6th for $175. So last month we were treated to the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Skyline, which was an homage to a famous photo of Michael Jordan seemingly flying through the Chicago sky amidst a gorgeous backdrop. You can't tell from the outside, but this neutral gray release is also a Skyline themed shoe. The reference is just hidden this time around because the Skyline is printed on the insole with the caption, "Look up in the air." But what the sneaker lacks in prismatic colors, it makes up for with the charming simplicity. I mean, it's an Air Jordan 2 with its instantly recognizable white upper, but mixed in with gray accents on the Wings logo, outsole, and heel counter, and some vintage off-white eyelets and a heel counter. Nike Airship Every Game, May 10th, $140. Nigel Sylvester made sneaker headlines a few weeks ago when he debuted a special Bike Air Friends and Family edition of the Nike Airship in a white and Carolina blue makeup. As it turns out, a retail release will follow, but without any of Nigel's signature touches. The story as it's being reported in the blog is that this version is called the Every Game, like it says on the heel. It's based on Michael Jordan's North Carolina roots, but it's unclear whether it means Jordan's time with the Tar Heels, where he never missed a game, or whether he wore his lucky UNC practice shorts when he played in Chicago. It's not an Air Jordan officially, but it's close enough that it gets placement on this list. Women's Air Jordan 11 Low, Yellow Snakeskin, May 11th for $190. Another familiar makeup is the Air Jordan 11 Low paired up with snakeskin mudguards in place of the iconic platin leather. In the past decade, summertime has seen a number of Jordan 11 Lows paired with snakeskin in a multitude of colors that it's kind of surprising that we're just now getting it in yellow. And since these are the 11 Lows, we're switching out the ballistic mesh in favor of the white leather, which honestly, we could use more of in other versions of the 11 just to change things up a bit. Air Jordan 4 Thunder, May 13th for $210. After a shock drop in late April, the Air Jordan 4 Thunder were released for the first time in over a decade. Originally part of a Thunder and Lightning pack that was inspired by the Jordan Motorsports team back in 2006, the Thunder 4s feature a black nubuck upper with yellow detailing on the midsoles, side panels, and wingtip eyelets. While this won't come with the track jacket that accompanied the 2006 original, we should all be glad we're not dropping $500 for these like they did back in the days, jacket or not. The Thunder has become so popular in the Jordan nomenclature that when a similarly styled black and red colorway dropped last year, everyone just called it Red Thunder. I'm just saying, don't be surprised to see other blank color Thunder 4s drop over the next few years. Women's Air Jordan 3 Lucky Green, May 18th for $200. Originally scheduled to release a few weeks ago, the Lucky Green 3s dropped right in the middle of a very busy month for Jordan Brand. There's really no need to rehash the details, but with the Air Jordan 1 Lucky Green still available in stores both in person and online, I wonder if the energy really is there for all of this green dropping at the same time. Air Jordan 1 High Retro OG Across the Spider-Verse, May 20th for $200. What happens when you team up Spider-Man and the Air Jordan 1? You get one of the most popular retros of the past several years. That was the story of the Air Jordan 1 origin story, aka the Miles Morales ones that was released in conjunction with 2018's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now that the sequel is almost here and we're headed across the Spider-Verse, the Jordan 1s are also back in the familiar Chicago look, but with some major tweaks from the more subtle 2018 release. This time, the Spider-Verse references are loudly spelled out in the upper with graphics on the multi-pattern overlays that look like they were taken directly from the movie. The varying materials from suede to nubuck to patent leather to iridescent to many more speaks to the chaotic nature of what Miles, Gwen, and the rest of the Spider-Friends are about to endure in the sequel. Air Jordan 1 Retro Low OG EX Coconut Milk on the 25th for $140. The Air Jordan 1 Retro Low OG EX debuted last year to, I would say, mixed results because it's not an OG colorway and it lacked a Travis Scott or any other celebrity cosign. It sat on plenty of store shelves and languished on the resale market. But that shouldn't deter you from the deconstructed take on the Air Jordan 1 Low, which exposes piece of the sneaker to make it feel like something less polished and unfinished almost. This new coconut milk colorway is a little bit on the cleaner and crisper side as it seems destined to be a summertime sneaker. So hopefully that will get more eyes on the EX line, as I'm sure Jordan Brand has more colorways in the pipeline that I would kind of like to see. Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Vibrations of Niger, May 27th for $180. A new colorway inspired by the country of Nigeria, the clean off-white and cream-colored upper is sure to be a hit for the warmer months that are coming right now. But the most interesting part of the sneaker is the one that has yet to receive any official information coming from Nike and Jordan Brand. It's the textile pattern that's found on the swoosh, side panels, and collar. The blogs are reporting that it's based on Nigerian culture, and considering that the sneaker is going to be called Vibrations of Niger, that's probably a safe bet, but as is the case with other sneakers on this list, let's not jump to conclusions right away and let Jordan Brand tell the story as they see fit. Air Jordan 14 Laney, May 27th for $210. Whenever we see a colorway or a theme transition from one cut to the next, it's usually from high to low. Like Chicago 1 started from a high to a low, or a Concord 11 started from a mid to a low. And it's not every day when you see it start from a low and go to a high or a mid, but that's what we're getting with this new edition of the Laney 14s. Based on the 1999 OG and the 2015 Retro, the Laney 14 started out as a low and now is moving up to the mid cut. The homage to Michael Jordan's high school can be found on the varsity blue nubuck upper with black accents, a white midsole, and hits of yellow throughout. Maybe the most shocking part of this release is that it took as long as it did to finally move up. We'll see if this thread continues and bleeds into other Jordan releases, which would be kind of cool. Like, could we see snakeskin 11s move up to the more familiar mid cut? I don't know. That's something we'll just have to see. All right. That's going to do it for this month's rundown of Jordan Retros for the month of May. I am Jacques Slade. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, all the fun stuff. And if any of these release dates change from the time we post this video, I mean, the brands change them. It's not like I or the other blogs we get this info from can really tell the future. You know what I mean? All right. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.